Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sophia. There's a beautiful glow through the window. Do you see it? It's really beautiful. All right, we're gonna get started. I have some really good stuff to share with you. Just cleaning out the energy. All right, welcome. So I'm going to be presenting a shadow reading, not right now, but a little later. The sun is blooming, and I have some wonderful, beautiful pictures to show you. And no, they are not AI or edited in any way. Even the picture on Easter morning with a heart, that is a true, authentic picture, okay? I had some shadow trolls saying that I edited, and no. I don't have the equipment to do that, not to produce something so authentic like that. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things that I have, and of course I write everything down. Connect to a higher power, whatever that may be for you. We all come from different lineage, different galaxies. You know, a lot of star seeds have been coming since 1945. However, connect to your higher power. Okay, and I want to talk about the 4 elements of Earth. Okay, 4 elements of Earth. What are they? The sun, the moon, Earth, stars, and you. Okay? Maybe I'll do it like this. Yeah. And the sun. A lot of us don't realize this because we're told to stay out of the sun throughout all of our life, right? The sun in the wintertime doesn't produce any vitamin D, any D rays that help with our bones in the body. So we can supplement by taking vitamin D. And if you're having bone aches and things like that, you could be having a deficiency in vitamin D. Get some blood work. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so the sun represents your soul, the internal source of life within you. That's why I'm like an advocate on going within, because by me going within, awoken me to things that I forgot within my lineage and past lives. And I was able to connect to all of that during my spiritual healing awakening, is what I call it. What they call the inner psyche. Okay? The light and shadow within us, which is the mind and the heart, the 2 most highest frequencies in the body. And it's important that you understand who you are and what's within you. The true essence of your soul's life force energy within the body. And I'm going to get into that, but I still want to talk about the elements. Okay, the 4 elements. You notice everything's 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Now, the sun actually does a lot for our bodies, for the cells within our body. And there's a story that I came across. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but you can always look it up by typing in cancer patient, young boy, last wish was to remain in the sun. Well, during his he didn't take any chemotherapy. The doctor told the family that he wasn't going to make it. So his wish was to get out into the sun every day. Guess what happened? They found that the sun actually healed him by 70% of the cancer. So you can't believe everything in this matrix world. It is set up for sick care. It is set up for sick mental care. Everything is set up to keep souls stuck. Okay? The moon represents your emotions and the shifting tides of your subconscious mind. And it's tied to the heart. And I'm going to get into that with the next section of the soul's energetic life force system within the body. And I am going to present this. I protected my energy so that I don't pick up on other energies, because a lot of times when I'm talking, because I read energy, I'm feeling all kinds of things, and it's in real time. It's all at once. And I'm trying to get my words out, and my videos are coming across a little, I watch them. I'm like, oh my God, what? I would have never said that. Or, oh my gosh, what is happening here? But just know that this gift that I have, it is something that I've had since I was a child. And, it's something that over time, it's going to become more and more settling in my bones and in my body, my soul, So just, bear with me. When I get overly stimulated, because I'm picking up on so much energy, and I really decided to tune it out for this particular message. Okay? So the moon, we can't even be born without the moon. The earth can't even survive without the moon. It is needed. The moon represents the emotional shifting tides within our subconscious mind. Okay? That's the conscious, unconscious, subconscious, which is 95% of our reality. This is where the shadow self operates in, and this is where we're manifesting from. And a lot of times we can manifest some really horrible things in our life, right? That we feel that is karmic and we have to go through. No, we don't. We have to fix the energetic life force systems within our soul. Okay? Now, I've talked about the soul, so how many types of souls that were being born into this world. Souls who see, like Jesus. Souls who see when shown, like the healers, the medicine people, the shamans, the psychics. They're souls who see when shown, because we're all shown. And once you're shown, you can't unsee. And you know how the world operates. And people look at you like you're the crazy one. And honest to God, that's not how it is. And a lot of people who can't go through spiritual awakening, it's very tough, because you have to go within and you have to heal what's broken within you. Okay? But that's nor here nor there. So let me get back to this. I'm being told. I just have so much inside of me, and that I want to tell the world, and I can't get it done in one segment, one video. And yes, my videos are not based on lights and illusions and all these fancy things. No, it's authentic, real, that I put out. That's the energy. And yes, I channel, I write, I read clouds in the sky, I get messages. Those are beautiful things, that gifts that have come back to me that I had as a child. And when my grandfather died when I was 10, they kind of went dormanted, within my soul, due to the pain that I carried in my heart, that we all carry when we lose a loved one, right? Yes. Just to let you know, we are all intuitive and we are all psychic. Everyone is. It's just that the shadow cattle of the matrix is asleep. And you will remain asleep and look outward for what you're missing, rather than going inward so that you can receive the way I have received, and everyone else before me. Okay, so back to this, the earth. The earth represents your body, the temple through which you experience reality, your life. Because why? Our thoughts, our words. Our words are energy. And that vibration gets pushed out and it latches onto a frequency. So whatever your inner world is, that's what you're going to attract. Just different people, places, things. Do you ever wonder, like, wow, what is there something wrong with me that I keep attracting the same type of partner? No, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just imbalanced right now. The four energetic life force systems within your soul is imbalanced. And I'm going to get into that in the next. So back to the earth. Okay, so that's what earth represents. Okay, your body, the temple through which you experience your reality, your life, which is 95%, okay, of the subconscious mind, which is 95% of your reality. That's a lot as a whole, right? Right. And then we have the stars. The stars represent your mind. The infinite potential of thought and creation is within us. Everything that we possess, every answer, every question that we need is within us. Connect to your higher power, your higher soul. Your higher soul is your higher power. And then your higher soul connects to your oversoul. Your oversoul connects to the higher realms. Your soul comes here to experience. But those two parts of you, your higher self and your oversoul, don't. And they are here for you. That is your higher power that connects to the unknowable Father, the monad, pure consciousness, the universal attraction of thoughts and energy. Okay, understand that. Okay, maybe too much for you to understand. Just know that you are everything external is a mirror of the internal, your thoughts manifest into reality. Everything, good or bad, we are co-creating in our reality. Because what does the brain do? What does the shadow self do? What does it do to the mental energy within our soul? It's hijacked because it's not healed. There's imbalances. This is what my channel is all about. And I've been trying to find ways to articulate it. It's been very difficult for me because I'm used to talking to people in groups. Like I'm used to having people in front of me. And it's hard talking to, an object. However, I'm getting more and more confident and strength in that ability to do that. Because I go back on my videos and I have just in also controlling the energy around me. And as a small child, my grandfather helped me master that because he told me I needed to understand and control my energies and know my energy. And as a Heyoka empath, and I come from the native tribe, well, Navajo and Sioux, Lakota Indians, Sioux Indians, my grandmother was a Mayan and Apache Indian. And they instilled a lot of beliefs within me, but when they passed, I got lost in the matrix because my mother was lost. Although my father was a very positive and empathic being and always was positive and always instilled in us that to go be with God the Father was to go and pray under a tree, where my mother, who grew up in the matrix system, was religious and yet a dark empath. So, yeah. And for me, I had a lot of questions in the whole religion because I just didn't relate to the God in the First Testament. Now, Yahshua, our ascended master, Yahshua, to call him a Lord is to belittle him because Europeans were called lords. The ascended master, Yahshua, is above that, and he needs to be respected and honored. And so, let me get back to this. You are a part of the four elements of the earth. You are reflecting and operating in this matrix world. Your inner world reflects your outer world. And that vibration latches onto a frequency that comes back to you. Why? Because that's karma. And that's you reap what you sow. Those are the laws of attraction. Attracting, attracting, attracting. So you have to put a break on it and heal what they call the inner psyche, the shadow and the light within you, what my people called the four elements of the soul and the mind and the heart that carry a lot of what happens in this matrix. And you have to heal from it. And that's why they were constantly, my native people, doing ceremonies, because they were releasing what was collecting in the shadow self. Okay, they knew about shadow. If you look at ceremonies, they were painted black and white because that is within us. This is how we were created by the Demiurge, a god who thought he was the only god. However, I'm not going to get into that. So that is the four elements of what I'm to talk about. And the next is 4 life force systems within our soul's body. And it is the soul's energy, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And if you pay attention, the 2 most highest dominant illnesses in the matrix are the soul's energy, the mental energy, and the emotional energy, the heart, mental illness, and cardiovascular disease. And these 2 energetic magnetic fields within our body, the shield, okay, you are a spiritual being, okay, that come with light, that comes here with a soul, that comes here in human form, okay. It's the only way to come to earth. And we all come because we're trying to help earth, okay. There's a galactic war in the ethers, but there's also a war here in the matrix, and it's keeping a lot of souls stuck and continuously on this karmic wheel, okay. And that because our soul goes through so many, I've lived so many times that I've come back different themes. And now that I am awakened and I have contact, I have seen light and dark beings as a child. I've had night terrors, dreams, things that have happened. However, like I said, after my grandfather, who was a big part of me, died when I was 10, a lot of which I became a victim of the matrix, told what I was and how I was supposed to operate in it and know. And that is a limiting belief system that we are all acceptable to. And not only that, all the pains in our heart, we carry that karmic debt that we come back and live and do all this karmic BS, this wheel that we're being told we need to operate on. But it is actually the false light that is keeping a lot of souls stuck. But I'm not for everyone, okay? Because, yeah, this may um, trigger your inner psyche, and you may log off and say, "Ooh, no, this is dark." No, no, I'm a child of the light of the living source, and the world is upside down. And what that means is false light that you are operating in, that you think is the light, is not the light. The matrix has no light. The light is within you. And that's why you have to connect to your higher power, which is your higher self, your higher soul, and your oversoul. And you can read all the self-help books, all that you want. You can get all the hypnosis, all that you want in therapy. When you leave this earth, everything that you did not heal will come back in real time, and you will get back on that karmic wheel. And my mission is to stop and eliminate it, because if the dark forces of this matrix have nothing to feed on, no souls to farm and harvest, guess what? They deplete and light wins. We get to have heaven on earth, which means beings can come and earth can evolve into what it was before in the ancient world, before it was demolished. All right, so let me tell you about the soul's energy. The physical energy, that's your whole body in a nutshell. Your nervous system, your immune system, your organs, your everything that's within your body. That is your physical energy. That is the quantity of life, right? How long is it going to last? Well, who knows if you don't wake up into the illusions of the material world, the matrix, the veil, what my native people call it. The emotional body, okay, the emotional energy, that is the heart, the quality of life, your quality, your heart. And we all know what a lot of dominating illnesses are in the matrix. It's cardiovascular disease and mental illness, because it's what we're told, right? And then we have the emotional energy, which is the mind. And the inner psyche is the mind and the heart, the mental energy and the emotional energy. These two energies need to be healed, because these two energies absorb all the chaos in the matrix. And they will keep you stuck. They will keep you from manifesting your dreams. You will continue on a karmic wheel. And then we have our spiritual energy. This is the life force system within the soul's energetic body, the magnetic body, and we have a magnetic field around us. We are magnetic. That's why when our heart stops, they get that magnetic jump starter machine to jump start the heart through electrical waves, because we are energy and we are vibrational, and we latch on to a frequency, whether it be low and dense, where the matrix operates, or a little above, you're trying to live a good life and be positive, but then something brings you right back down to the dense frequency, because we haven't healed the mind and the heart, because of all the chaos, all the distortion, all the pain, all the sorrow, all the disappointments. Everything that happens to us stores in the mental energy and in the emotional energy. And the spiritual energy of us gets pushed down. The soul gets closed up, closed off. And a lot of people are operating in false light. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. And I hope that this has awakened your soul's mission, your soul's purpose of who you are and why you are here. Maybe you see that things just don't add up. But I wanted to share with you some affirmation prayers. I call them affirmation prayers, and because they have messages in them as well, things that you can say. I will be posting these later today with the beautiful pictures that I took today and was able to write these beautiful, beautiful messages. So I'm going to start with the first one. It's find joy in your heart. Be grateful for what you possess inside you. Be at peace with what you do not have. I am humble, because the Matrix, this is how they keep people on a karmic wheel in the material world of wanting more this, more that, more, never satisfied. And that keeps your soul stuck, asleep in the Matrix, what I call the shadow cattle. And those are those souls that are asleep. That falls into the souls who cannot see, the souls who experience zombie anxiety, and the souls who operate in shadow rat. They're shadow rats and shadow trolls. They're just misbehaving, and they're just shadow narcissists, shadow psychopaths, shadow sociopaths, shadow dark empaths. But everyone has a chance to be healed and get to the light, in spite of what's been told in the Matrix. There are souls that are soulless. There are. But even darkness, even evil has a chance to go to the light and change. Because you have to understand the true fall of what happened in the pleroma, in the higher realms. But that's not what this episode is about. So let me get to the next message. All right. Maintain a positive attitude. You have the power to create love and peace. That is your power. Your emotional energy, your heart center, your heart space is a doorway to your higher power. But if you are a shadow cattle in the Matrix, it is a doorway for these archons. They are dark forces that rule the Matrix. And they hijack your mental energy. And this is how people get mental illness, cardiovascular disease, stuck in traumas, stuck in disappointments, stuck in heartaches, the loss of a lover. I can explain all that to you. But I can't make you push the like button and subscribe to my channel. Because if you're not ready for it, you're not ready for it. And, you know, I'm not going to say bless you, because if you break it up, it's be less. No. May you have an abundant life and awaken to who you truly are and why you came here to Earth. The next one is dance with life and see the magic of the love within you will bloom. I am love. Yes, you are. You are love, because that's how you were created. Yes. And so we're going to end this with higher beings of light messages. Could be solutions, whatever. We'll see. We'll see if this needs to be add more to this reading. I don't know. I'm ending it with this, but we'll see what Spirit says. These are actual messages that I have received during my awakening healing journey, and I have books. I have 4 years of so much data that goes on cards, new stuff, old stuff, just everything that was given to me during my healing journey and spiritual awakening. I am awake, and I am Sophia, and I am child of light from the living source, the unknowable Father, pure consciousness, universal attraction of thoughts and energy. He is the unknowable Father that you need to know, that Yahshua came preaching about the Father. That is who he's talking about, the Monad. And we were all once a part of that. We broke off because Earth needs us. We need to awaken. Look at the first. See the light in yourself and everyone. So let's get a message. Holy Spirit. Give us a message, Holy Spirit, for today in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. No matter what the darkness brings, my bond with my spiritual team is a flame that illuminates my heart, regardless of the darkness around me. That bond is the foundation of my inner strength, and it goes on having faith and guidance and protection. I am never alone. The sun will always rise and shine for me. All right. I'm going by energy of the card. This is why I do this, because I'm feeling the energy of the card, and I could feel where I need to stop, where it's needed. So sometimes I have to do it over, because I'm open now. I opened up my field, so a lot of stuff is coming through. A shift of consciousness and a deepening of your inner wisdom and intuition. You are guided. So you need a shift. You need a shift of consciousness and a deepening of your inner wisdom and intuition. You are guided. How are you guided? By connecting to your higher power. Who is your higher power? Who is your connection? Your higher self, your oversoul, who are up in the pleroma, waiting for you to connect to them so that you can connect to the Ascended Master Yahshua or the Ascended Master Buddha, whoever is your higher power, to connect you to the unknowable Father. And Gaia, who was the Aeon, the light being who fell and birthed Earth. And because she was pure light, what birthed from her was darkness. And that is a part of us. And this is why inner psyche healing needs to happen. Because you can't do anything until you heal it. Because the dark forces of this world, in the Matrix, they operate. And the mind and the heart are doorways. So it's up to you. Once you connect to your higher power and you call upon the light of love and light, okay, false light cannot come into true, authentic light. You are a sovereign being. Your soul is sovereign. And you demand it when you're connecting. Who is coming to you and trying to bring falseness to you? You demand it. That is the law of challenge. Because these dark forces don't give up. And right now they're winning. Because every soul is getting stuck and coming back on this karmic wheel. No one has been able to do it. Well, guess what? I know I'm awake. And I didn't come here to play in this matrix. I came to destroy it. And if that causes people to be scared, then I'm not for you. And you're not ready to be awakened. You can continue to be a shadow cattle in the matrix. But when you leave this earth, you're going to be hijacked. And you're going to be farmed. And you're going to be harvested and fed upon. And coming right back to this hellish. No, we need to fight it, and we need to bring heaven on earth. We need to bring the light on earth for good and demolish the darkness. Like I said, some darkness, some evil, they turned. They left the dim ridge. And they went to the light. They knew what the true power was. And the archangels, out of the 12, there's only 7 that you can actually rely on. And Saint Michael, Archangel Michael, is one of them. He is one of Gaia's angels. So, know that for sure. Alright. Your faith will provide you with great strength as you seek guidance within your heart. Why? Because your heart is a doorway. And once you get there, the matrix starts to close up and your soul's mental energy opens and you're awakened. And it's not easy. It's very, very hard. But I am here because I was told I was the blueprint. Is what I was told. Because I did it. And I didn't go mental. No. Because I went within. And I let it lead me. I followed my intuition and let it lead me. Okay, so I'm gonna end that with that. I'm being called to grab one more. Woo. I'm telling you, these are messages I got, so I'm giving them to you. Everything's been put on cards. Holy Spirit, one more. Oh, make your decision. Please like, subscribe, and thank you.